Top of the morning to you. It's I don't know what day it is, March the 30th, I think. We're down at my lease doing a little turkey scouting. We got one of the roads cleared off that had some ice storm damage we couldn't get through. And so I figured I'd come stop by on my way to work, see what I can hear. And I'm pretty sure I've heard 3 so far, so it's looking good. I'm trying to get around to where I thought I heard one a while ago. And at least one, maybe 2 started gobbling back where I come from. So I'm trying to go a little further down, see if I can hear that one I originally thought I heard, and then we're gonna go right back up to the others and see where they're at. I can't get off the road much. I don't have long. I gotta get to work, and I'm in my wife's minivan, so I gotta get her van serviced today. So I'm just driving down the gravel road, hoping for the best. So I'm hoping I can get close enough. Maybe I can get a little footage we can hear, but if not, we'll check back in with you sometime soon. Top of the morning to you again. It's Monday, April the 3rd, I think. I don't know. I think it's the 3rd. We're down here at the lease listening for turkeys again. And where I started out, didn't hear Jack Diddley, but I know there's turkeys down there because we've seen them. Turkey just gobbled behind me, so I pulled up to the gate where we killed a turkey last year. I ain't heard a turkey there all year this year, the few times I've listened. And my first toot, as soon as I pull out the van, one gobbles to my left and sounded like a couple gobble to my right. So we're going through the turkey to the right. I know where that turkey to the left is, but we'll go mess with him in a minute. But we're gonna walk down here a little bit. I was gonna walk down this road anyway, but I figured I better hoot first. We're gonna see what we can hear. These turkeys being here makes it a lot easier to youth hunt this weekend if we get to hunt. So they're not too hard to get to. That one to the left of the gate there's literally right where I shot one last year. So that would be real easy to at least get to and sneak in on if he's still there come Saturday. But we'll see. I'm gonna go ahead a little further, see if I can make each gobble for you real quick. All right. Well, they didn't gobble again. I got to hear a hen yelping. Nothing was gobbling there. I kept trying to hoot, nothing gobbled. And then all of a sudden I heard something. And then he flushed one off a tree. I figured they'd been down by now. It's 7 o'clock. Plenty of daylight enough for them to be on the ground, but they ain't on the ground. But looks like the turkey I flushed was a jake. I can see a little bitty beard sticking out, which is fine for the youth hunt. But if there's hens around, might be an interesting morning trying to mess with those. So we'll just have to see. I'll be back down here Friday, listen some more. We'll kind of play it by ear. See if I can find enough turkeys that we can maybe see if I can find one that don't have no hens. There was a gobbler with some hens down here last year too that we never could kill. So we got a lot of rain the last couple days. So it's I believe it's pushed them up on the higher ground, which is fine with us. That's gonna put them, limit them to a lot of places, keep them restricted to just a few places. So we're gonna go see if we can't make this other turkey gobble and get a little bit of footage and see what we can do. Like I said, I'll be back Friday. Hopefully get a little more pinpoint on them and go from there. Hopefully they roost around the same general area Friday night. Probably ain't gonna have time to come try to roost Friday. I never have much luck. We'll see. He's right back in there. Oh. There he goes. That's right about where he was last year. There was one in here. I left one in here last year. At the end of the year, I couldn't kill. And that's right where he was at. So maybe he's a smart turkey if it's the same one. We'll see. Well, it's the Arkansas opener, April the 17th. And we are headed out. We're about, I don't know, we're already 20 minutes on the road or so. Just got gas, got a biscuit, got a drink. We got, I don't know, probably another 25 minutes or so, 30 minutes maybe. Got back from Kansas on Friday. I don't know if we had enough to make a video or not, so
you may have seen something from our Kansas trip. You may not have by now, but we got both our turkeys. Or I got mine the opening day there within about 3 hours of being there. I don't know why we're blurry here. Let's try something. There we go. I don't know, the light's not enough light or something, so it's blurry. Anywho, so we got I got mine the first day there within the first 3 hours or so. Got kind of lucky and found some on private, and that butted up to some public and got on the public and called them over into the public to a creek bottom or a river bottom. And then took a couple days of scouting around to find Keith his bird. He got his on Friday morning about 9 or 10 o'clock, something like that. So we called her good after that. My son had a baseball tournament and one of his sons was getting sick, so we decided to just come on home and instead of going northern part of Kansas and trying to shoot a second turkey. So but we didn't get a lot of actual hunting footage, so like I said, I don't know if there's an episode or not. By the time you're seeing this, you may or may not have seen it. But like I said, it's Arkansas opener. It's currently 5:07. Sunrise, 30 minutes before sunrise, it'll probably be like, I don't know, 5:25 or something. Not 6:25 or something, so we'd be able to technically shoot by then. They've been flying down kind of late, so well, it'd probably be 6:45, 6:50 before one flies down. So, you know, maybe if they're gobbling like they have been, or where I've had them at, and what we had, got a little unlucky on the youth hunt. We did call a couple up, so if they're in that same general area, we might be able to get on it pretty quick. Maybe be done pretty quick. We can go fishing, but I don't know. We're just going down to my lease. Got baseball games tonight, so I didn't want to go a little further north up to the public spots we hunt. So gonna do some hunting, and then if we're not having no luck there, we're gonna go across the road and go do a little fishing. But that's your update for now. Next time you see me, we'll probably be headed out trying to find a turkey. So I'll see you guys here in a little bit. Alright, it's almost 7 o'clock. We ain't heard the first turkey. They ain't gobbling where they've been gobbling, so I'm moving around trying to find a few places where I heard one earlier this year, but it ain't looking good either. So it may be a quick morning and some fishing. Excuse me. Anywho, we're gonna make a loop. Got a big power line here on the road, and then a creek over to our left. We're just gonna split the difference and walk down the road. See if we can't strike one up. If not, we'll go back where we started and see if maybe they gobble a little bit later this morning. But other than that, we're going fishing, I guess. So we'll, I guess, check back in with you guys here in a little bit. Alright, no sooner than I said anything, had one gobble. We're gonna see what we can do with it. Alright, I'm sitting here on the edge of this power line, and the traffic's so bad down the highway you can't hardly hear anything, so I tried to let it get quiet, and I called, and I could have swore I heard a turkey gobble just down from me, in the same, basically in the patch of woods between the road and the power line. And there was some tracks down the lane I walked down, and there was a couple times I thought I could hear a spitting as I was walking down the road, but I couldn't see anything. So I come out the power line, got my binos out, didn't see nothing, hooted, didn't hear nothing. Well, then I called and I thought I heard something, so I rushed across the power line, probably like a dummy, but got across the power line and got set up in the woods, because I thought it was far enough down I could get set up across and call it out to the power line and get a shot, but I had nothing gobbled since, and I can't hear very far, but had nothing gobbled. Every now and again I think I hear some drumming, but I don't think that's what I'm hearing. But we're gonna give it, I don't know, another 5 or 10 minutes, and then I'll get up and walk and see if I can't strike it back up, make sure that's what I heard. I probably should have tried to get it gobbled one more time, get a better course on it, but I don't know, it's so thick in the woods I wouldn't have been able to get in there with them, but might could have figured out a little bit better plan. I don't know. Like I said, we're gonna give it a few more minutes, and then we'll get up and go check it out and see if I can't figure out what I heard. Could just be a phantom gobble. I've been wanting to hear one so bad, but we'll see. Alright, we found one. Finally got one to gobble. I've talked to the big camera a little bit, but my big camera got tangled up, and my burlap, I can't get the dang tripod open, so it's just laying on the ground. Turkey's too close to be messing with it. So I just pulled out my phone. He's, I don't know, he's 150 yards up through the woods, maybe. He's gobbling pretty much every time I call, but he sounds like he's just staying there. He's gobbling some on his own, so I'm just trying to be quiet. See if maybe he'll come looking. It's possible he's got a hen with him, but it don't sound like he's moving around, like following a hen or nothing. He's just in one spot, so I don't know if he's just hung up or what, but he hadn't gobbled in a while. I'll probably call here in a little bit and see if I can't get him to gobble again, see if he's in the same spot. And if it stays like that most of the day, I may end up just trying to crawl up on him, see if I can get close and pop a shot off that way. I don't know. We'll see. It's 8 o'clock, a little after 8. I heard this turkey. I was walking back towards the power line, and I actually seen a hen track and a gobbler track. I said, well, maybe, there's a hen up gobbler around. Got to the edge of the power line, and the traffic's so big. Oh, here he goes right here. Here he goes. He's gobbling right here. Yes! Woo-hoo! We got him. We got him. I was sitting there talking to you, and I looked up, and he comes strutting. I seen his head, and he was strutting coming through the woods. We got him, baby. We got him. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I think my Tacticam died right before, my dang Tacticam died right before, and I didn't get no dang footage of him. Dadgummit. We got him. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We got him. We got him, baby. We got him. Woo! All right, let's talk about it. We're going Dave Owen style and smoke a little cigar here, but basically started out where I've been hearing turkeys at, and where me and Brooks got on a couple last week, and been hearing turkeys there every time I've been listening, and didn't hear the first gobble today, so did a little running around down there and see if maybe they had moved a little further down or something. Maybe it's not quite as wet as it's been. Thought maybe a little bit drier, they spread out some, so tried a few places where I've heard them in the past, didn't hear nothing, and decided to come over this way. Heard a turkey here one morning. It's been probably a month ago, almost. And I heard him gobbling off the roost right up the road there by the power line. So that's where I started. And I come on down and pulled down to the next turn-in road and got out right here where we're at. And I was just gonna walk down the road and then make a big loop out to the power line and come on back up, and then try something else. And then I got, I don't know, 3/4 of the way down there, and there's another little lane that goes out to the power line. So I started walking down it, and I saw some hen tracks and a gobbler track or two, and so I figured there's a hen up gobbler around here somewhere. Maybe I hadn't heard nothing. I called in the road before I went down this lane, and I got up to the edge of the power line, sent some buddies in a group chat a text saying I hadn't heard nothing, and no sooner than I'd sent it, traffic, you can hear traffic out to the highway. Traffic stopped, got quiet enough I could call, so I called, and I could have swore I heard turkey gobble just to my left up in the woods by the power line. So I went across the power line, set up for about 15 minutes, and I never could hear it gobble again, which the traffic was so bad I couldn't hear nothing. So I've just got up and come on, and thought maybe if it was a turkey, he's henned up and I just got him to shot gobble one time or something. So I come on back to the road, and I kept thinking every 5-10 yards, I thought I could hear a faint gobble back this way. And I got out to the road, and I called, and he gobbled. So it confirmed what I thought. So I walked down the road a little ways, and I hooted a couple times to make sure I was still for sure a gobble, make sure he was on the side of the road I thought he was. And he gobbled 2 or 3 times. And so once I confirmed where he was at, I hit the woods. I got up in the woods, and I set up right off the road first because I didn't want to get too far. I wasn't sure how close he was. And I couldn't really see much, and he sounded like he was far enough up in there I could get up and make a move. So I moved about 50-60 yards further up into the woods and sat down, and he didn't gobble at the hoot, and he didn't gobble the first time I called. So I thought, well, crap, he was closer than I thought. I done busted him and run him off. Well, sat there for just a minute or two, and I called again, and he gobbled. And so after that, he gobbled every time I call, and occasionally on his own, but he didn't sound like he was getting any closer, didn't sound like he was going further away or moving or anything, just literally sounded like he was standing in one spot. So I got to where I wasn't calling as much, and he every now and again would gobble on his own. And if I went a while without hearing him, I'd call, see if he was still there, make sure he wasn't somewhere I'd moved somewhere. And so finally I just decided I was just going to be quiet. And so I was actually sitting there, the big camera here was tangled up in some burlap, so it was laying on the ground. And so I had my Tacticam on my gun, and then I had my phone. So I picked my phone up, was doing a little interview with my phone. It was about 1.5 minutes into the interview, and I looked up, caught something in the corner of my eye, and the dang turkey seen this big old blue head coming through the woods, strutting. So I put my phone down and got my gun up. He got behind some bushes, got my gun up, and he stepped out strutting in this lane I had, and I didn't even give him a chance to stop strutting. I didn't even think, to be honest, to call to get him to pop strut and stick his head up. I just shot him, and he died. I got him, and I got down there. This is what we got. I don't know. This is probably a 10-inch beard, probably. He ain't got no spurs, 1/2 inch maybe. Turkeys down here in this lease for some reason we have not ever, that I know of, killed one with big spurs. We've had some good beards, but no good spurs. Matter of fact, I killed one a couple years ago that had no spurs at all, but had like a 10 or 11 inch beard. So, and unfortunately my Tacticam died right before the turkey got there, so I don't have any of that footage either. So this is going to be a crappy video as far as footage goes, but we got him. You got to see the after the shot, you get to see a little here, and we'll talk about it. So that's probably going to do it for this episode. Hopefully Clayton will get out and do some hunting and get a turkey or two down, and if not, I guess we'll see if I get another one. I apologize for this video and the Kansas video. We didn't do a very good job of getting it on video, but got a little bit of it, and I'm done. In Arkansas, you can only kill one turkey the first week of the season, so I am officially done pulling the trigger until next Monday. So I wasn't going to get the hunt but another day or morning or two maybe anyway, so not too bad. But maybe Friday morning I'll go call one up for somebody or something before I go to work. And then the weekend, we got ball this weekend, so works out all right. It may be another 2 weeks before I get to hunt, but if we don't see you again during turkey season, we'll catch you this summer when we're getting ready for deer season. So that'll do it for this episode of the Battle Line Outdoors. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe. we'll catch you later.